Greetings everyone, welcome to Chess Advanced. Now we are covering the 45th Olympiad 2020 that happened in 2024, and it was a great Olympiad for India. India was able to clinch double gold and a lot of individual golds. We have already covered Divya's individual gold. We have already covered Gukesh's individual gold with a spectacular 9.5 out of Divya and our 10 out of 11 out of Gukesh. And now we are covering Arjun's Olympic gold. And yeah, this is going to be one amazing game. We're covering Arjun's Olympiad gold, and yeah, that was a spectacular performance by Arjun as well. He got 10 out of 11. Yeah, this is going to be absolutely epic. And now India is facing China, and this is going to be a very tough round. So Arjun with the white pieces is facing Bu Xiangzhi, and this is going to be one epic round. So let's see how Arjun starts with this. So without further ado, let's start with this game. Arjun goes for e4. We have e5 by Bu, and now just comes knight to f3. We have knight to f6. Knight caps on e5. Here Arjun chooses to go for the Petrov's defense. It just d6, knight to f3, and just knight caps on e4. And you could choose to go for this classical attack with d4. Has been playing a lot. That's why it's in my mind. It just d5, bishop to d3. You play bishop to e7, castles, knight to c6, and after c4, your position would be absolutely fine. Most likely what happens in these positions is knight to b4 can be played, but after c captures, knight captures, queen captures on d5, your position is absolutely fine. Next you're going to play this knight here, and most likely you trade, pawn gets here, and after this you might be able to castle, you might be able to do a lot of things in this position. But after knight caps on e4, not going for anything crazy, just knight to c3. And here we have knight captures, d captures, bishop to e7, and here bishop to e3. One thing I forgot to mention was that here Arjun is actually on a winning streak. He has 6 out of 6, so all the 6 games that he played, he was able to get all the wins. That's absolutely crazy, and that to getting in an Olympiad, it's much more crazy. But now he's facing China, so he is gonna have to be careful, because he cannot overpush here, because your country needs this gold, and if you overpush you might go a lot crazy, because he is the chaos king. But the thing is that you have to be a little bit careful. Here castles was played, queen to d2 and just knight to d7, and in this position Arjun decides to push, but he pushes in a way that you queenside castle, and now he's ready to push h4, he's ready to push g4, and he might be able to create some chances here. And here in this position just knight to f6 was played by Boom, and now just comes bishop to d3, rook to e8, and just h3. And you could go for a move like c5 in this position. Your position would be absolutely fine. Rook h to e1, you play bishop to e6, bishop to b5, attacking the rook, rook to f8, and now after king to b1, a nice prophylactic move. Always whenever there's a dark square bishop, you always want to play this. Here just knight to e4, just queen to d3, and your position will be absolutely fine. This knight needs to move. You cannot go for a move like f5, just weakens your position a bit too much, and you don't have a concrete idea. I am defending the bishop, so I don't have to waste a tempo here, and your knight is also attacked, so you cannot jump in immediately with queen to a5. Pawn pushing will take a little bit time, and yeah, your position is fine. There is no reason to worry. Here after h3, bishop to d7 was played by Arjun, and now just going for bishop to d7 was played by Bu, and now just comes this rook h to e1, and now here c5, bishop to g5, and just h6. Now what do you do? Normally it seems like you want to play bishop to h4, you want to keep the bishop here, or you want to move the bishop back all the way back. But the thing is that then you give your opponent a little bit of a room, because after this and all of these pawn pushes are coming, then you don't want to allow that. So in this position here Arjun decides to go for this move, bishop captures on f6. He decides to give the bishop pair. A bishop captures on spade. Now just comes bishop to e4, queen to a5 immediately. As I told you, black is just preparing and waiting for that to happen, and just a3 in this position, not allowing the queen to capture that a2 pawn, otherwise it could lead to disasters. Here rook a to b8, but now just comes this queen to f4. So do you keep on attacking with b5, or do you play a waiting move, because you want to see where if there is some threat in the position with the queen jumping in on f4. Well, the thing is that in this position, it's better always to take the initiative, and Bu does exactly that. He goes for b5, and here we have rook captures on d6. A very nice move by Arjun, because this is also coming next, and you have to be a little bit careful in this position. Here b4 was tried, but now the chaos king Arjun Erigaisi goes for it in his style. He goes for rook captures on f6. That is a beautiful move in this position. But what happens if g captures? Well, the thing is that you cannot play g captures. If you go for g captures in this position, your position is completely falls apart. Queen caps on h6, and you know how you're trying to even get out of this is a rook captures on e4. That's absolutely crazy. Sacrificing exchanges after exchanges, and after rook caps on e4 you play b caps on e3. And the thing is that queen is trying to jump, but you still have like 2 tempos behind. So here after move like b4 in this position, b4 is a crazy move. If you're able to find this move b4 on the board. I mean, just absolute kudos to you. Here just queen to a6, but now just comes rook to h4, and you are threatening mate, so you have to be a little bit careful. But you have queen to f1 check, king to d2, queen caps on f2 check, king to d1, queen to f1 check, and looks like you're going for a draw. But queen to f1 check is a mistake in this position, because now you have knight to e1, and there are no more checks available, and either you're just getting checkmated in this position, you're gonna suffer. I mean, you're just getting checkmated. You can see the engine evaluation. It just queen caps on e1 is the only move, and after king captures, rook to e8 is the only move. King moves, and now you're gonna have to sacrifice another rook, and once you capture that, here in this position, just a2, trying to do something, but here just queen captures, queen here is just checkmate. So all of that was in the position, but after rook caps on f6, here in this position, Bu decided against capturing g. That was capturing g caps on f6, but that was a good decision. Here he chooses to go for b captures on c3, and he's saying that, you know, I am threatening some things here, so are you going to recapture? Are you going to allow this check? What are you doing in this position? Here just b caps on c3, he allows the check to happen, but if king is going to be very, very weak. I mean, you can just jump in with the rook, and you can see that this is looking very, very dangerous. But queen caps on c3 was played, not going for queen caps on a3. This position, it was not played because it was not played for a very specific reason, because if you capture this, that comes to the check. Yes, looks very nice, but after king to d2, you have nothing. Yes, you can go for that, but the thing is that my attack is happening a lot faster than yours. I can even defend against here. I mean, I'm just a complete rook up. You have to understand, you just basically sacrificed a piece for absolutely nothing. And if you decide to go for a decent move afterwards, I don't even know what a decent move would be. And if you decide to go for g captures, then again we have the same line with queen caps on h6. So positionally, Arjun would be completely winning. So you cannot go for queen caps on a3. But here just queen caps on c3 was played, but now just comes rook to d6, and here just queen caps on a3 with the check, king to d2, queen to a5 check, king to c1, and queen to a1 check. So is Arjun going to repeat moves after playing and winning so many games in this position? And he will be 6.5 out of 7. Well, he decides to just repeat the position, king to d2, queen to a5 check, king to c1, queen to a1 check, and king to d2 and queen to a5. Both players here agreed to a draw. Absolutely chaotic game. Rook caps on f6 was a brilliant move. If g captures had happened, Arjun would be in a completely winning position. And if there was a little bit of an error by Bu here, I mean, little bit of an error, he would have completely capitalized on it, Arjun, and won the game. He would be 7 out of 7, but 6.5 is also an amazing score, and India actually beats China, and Arjun holding Bu Xiangzhi to a draw definitely gave a lot of hope to India. And definitely this is a great score for Arjun. Arjun has been playing spectacular chess. 6.5 out of 7 is definitely not a joke. I mean, playing in such pressure situations like in the Olympiad is a spectacular performance by Arjun. Let's see what he does in the next round. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be coming back with games like these, so stay tuned to the channel, stay updated, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Thank you very, very much for watching.